Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
I'm very proud to present Debbie Figlewski, who is actually representing SunCity Center. And Minto has been a wonderful, wonderful advertiser with us, and they have the finest residential communities. We're so fortunate to be able to talk about SunCity Center. For some people, I'm sure you've heard of SunCity over there in the west coast of Florida, but now we're going to really hear about one of the particular communities in SunCity Center, and that's Verona. So let's just get Debbie here to tell us, why is Verona? I know it's the newest neighborhood, and what do you think about it?
Well, it's the final and the best. I think they've saved the best for last here.
Really?
It's a gated enclave here, and it features both villa homes and single-family homes. And we have homes that range in size from 1,500 square feet up to about 2,300 square feet. So we've got a floor plan for just about everyone.
And let's just make it very clear. It is a 55 and better community. I love it. It's not 55 and older people. That's what they used to say. 55 and better.
That's right.
And it's interesting because so many 55-year-olds now, you probably need their license to sell them in your community because they look so much younger, right?
Yep. Exactly. And one of my jokes is always that I have to card them to make sure they're old enough to live here. So.
That's true. I would say that.
They kind of like that part.
Well, the nice thing is we know now, the statistics show that people who are 55 today are probably going to live to be 100, at least, if not more. So they're going to live in your community a long time. And I'm sure that the developers figured that, and they had to make everything very contemporary and just suited that they'll have everything they could possibly want. What do you think?
Right. And all the conveniences are here. And they get spoiled because everything they need is within a 5-minute drive. So they do get spoiled living here. All the services here are geared towards this age group. So they have a lot of services above and beyond what's offered at any of the clubhouses, things like Meals on Wheels. And then they've got the veterans group here has an option where they'll give veterans a ride to the VA hospital for free. They've got another service here, SunCity Center Ride, that will give residents a ride to an appointment if for some reason they can't drive on their own. So there's all kinds of features in addition to the activities of the clubhouses that are geared towards this age group.
Well, let's tell me what SunCity Center really makes it as a unique community with all the, just what you have in there in place, just when they were building it. What is it and where is it located actually?
We are actually halfway between Tampa and Sarasota. So we're about 20 minutes south of downtown Tampa. So one of the nice things, in addition to everything there is to do here in SunCity Center, you've got all the amenities of those two cities very close by. So if they want to go to Performing Arts Center, any museums, professional sports team events, there's just an amazing amount of things to do. We're also about 8 miles from the bay here, so we've got waterfront dining and boating very close by. But we're not in a flood zone, which is becoming an increasingly troublesome issue these days. So there's a lot to do in the area, but in SunCity Center, there are just a tremendous amount of clubs and activities that can keep someone as busy as they'd like to be.
I'll tell you something funny. I see in the things that you have, the wellness centers and the spas and all that. I just had someone on my radio show because he's really pushing pickleball down here. I had no idea what pickleball even was. But when he got finished telling me, I want to play it. And it looks like you have pickleball courts there.
We sure do. Very active group. It's a little bit more of a social sport than tennis, so because they have a little bit of downtime between games. So in addition to getting out and getting activity, they get to socialize with people as well. And I have to say, I believe it's the fastest growing sport in the country right now, and you get hooked once you start playing.
So Debbie, I'm going to ask you a question about pickleball that I found out. Do you know why it was called pickleball?
I do, but
oh, you do? See, you're so smart. I didn't know it. It's hysterical, isn't it?
Yeah, and people will often ask, where in the world did that name come from? And yeah, it's kind of an unusual. But the gentleman that started the game had a dog named Pickle.
Right.
He would chase the ball. So.
I mean, I just
quite humorous.
Right, it is quite humorous. Oh, I thought I was going to catch you. You're just too smart. That was a trick question. Okay, so you have some special things though that you have going. You have what's called a stay and play at SunCity Center. What is that?
It's the ability for a customer to come stay at the community, and they would be a 3-day, 2-night stay. The program actually, because we're in the final phase of development here, that program has been discontinued. We had just a couple of stay-and-play homes, and since we're just about in the closeout phase here, they did discontinue that, but we certainly welcome people to come over and experience the community for the day. We can give them a pass if they want to use amenities and just give them a tour of the area as well.
Because you find when people come there and they actually experience it, then they're pretty hooked, aren't they? Right,
exactly.
Okay, well, knowing I have been in the real estate business for many years here in South Florida, and I know that model homes were very important. In fact, everyone wanted to buy the model home. So tell us about, can people get into model homes there?
Yes, we have a couple of decorated models here available to take a look at. They're nicely appointed. It gives people an opportunity to visualize, what a home with furniture would look like, and specifically, have them give us some ideas of where they can place their furniture. We have some inventory homes that are available for purchase that can be moved into as little as 30 days, so we can tour them through those as well.
And
sorry?
No, I was just going to ask you. And of course, people really, they want a lot of things, but first of all, what they want is, if they want to make some changes, will you allow them to do that?
Yes, we have options that we offer on each home floor plan, like the ability to add doors on dens or a laundry sink in the laundry room and things like that. We're not a custom builder, so we don't move walls and make changes, things like that, but there are some options and variations that we do offer. And if they build with us, the build time here is about 6 to 7 months. So I do have some homes that people could get into probably in the October, November timeframe right now.
And when you say that this is the final phase, how long has it been there, and how many homes has Minto sold? Is that a fair question?
Well, we've been building here since 2010. I don't have an actual number on the exact number of homes that's been sold, but we've sold quite a few here in the 8 years.
Yeah.
We've got just a few single-family homes left. We've got a lot to build a couple of villas on and a couple of vacant lots for building single-family. So we are truly in the final phase. So if someone's interested, now would be a good time to come on over and take a look.
Okay, and I know that your homes were built, of course, knowing there are hurricanes, and that you put in, the very best quality windows and all. And you have also something we know because of the heat in Florida, energy efficient. What does that actually entail?
Well, we automatically install low E double pane windows in the home. They get a carrier air conditioner in the home as well. And we exceed what's required by code by also installing radiant barrier roof sheathing, which reflects the heat back out of the roof. So the energy bills in these homes are quite low, and all of that also kind of with the required things like insulation and things that's required by code. But we exceed what's required, and people are always commenting on how low their utility bills are here.
Yeah, that's good. It's very important. And we didn't talk about this, but it is a gated community. Are all the communities that you built there, are they all gated, or is it one main entrance and then? Tell us about that.
No. There's the SunCity Center comprises about 5,000 acres total. And we previously built in an area called Kings Point, which was gated. But the single-family homes previously had not ever been in a gated area. So when Minto developed this final community called Verona, they decided to make it a gated community and mixed one side of the development with villa homes and the other side with single-family. So there is, it's a nice feature to have a gated community for our final development.
Yes. And so tell us, why don't you kind of walk through the villa with us? I mean, how large is it? Is it pretty small?
We have 6 different floor plans. They range in size from 1,500 square feet up to about 1,862. They're all 2 bedrooms with a den, 2-car garage, and then I have a couple of floor plans that can be modified and made to a 3-bedroom as well. They're nicely laid out, very, very minimal wasted space, and they're always split plans. So if someone has guests, their master bedroom is on the opposite end of the home.
That was clever.
We pair them. They share one 2 homes under one roof. They share one common wall. And in the 5.5 years I've been here, I've not had anyone come back and say anything about sound. And I know that's usually a concern with people
right.
in a villa, but that has not been an issue here.
Great. Well, Minto actually is a very fine builder. As I said, I was in the real estate business here with Arvida, a company that you probably have heard of, for many years.
Right.
And there were a couple of major builders, and Minto was one that you could always count on, that they were going to build the best. And you've been with them long enough to tell us a little bit about Minto and what their history is. Well, can you?
Yes, I sure can. That's one of the reasons I work for Minto. They are a quality builder, and in this community, they provide a 2-year warranty on the home, which is almost unheard of. They've been in business. They're a family-owned business. Been in business for 60 years. Started in Canada and also built in Florida, and we've just recently expanded to Hilton Head, South Carolina. So they're a growing company. They've teamed up with Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville now. So
really,
really exciting things. Really exciting things going on with Minto right now. They do a lot of things over and above. Most builders, when you buy a home, they give you an 800 number and say, call us if you have a problem. Minto actually walks the home with our buyers 3 times in the first year, so they're very proactive, and you don't have to worry about you calling them when you have a problem. Minto is kind of proactive in making sure that we go meet with the customer and make sure that we catch things that they might not have seen themselves.
That is unusual. We never did that at Arvida. That's really very well.
Yeah.
Well, Minto's still there and Arvida's not. That's how it goes, right?
Right.
But
yep. And we built. I think Minto total has been about 80,000 homes over these last 60 years. So they've got it down pat. They really do a nice job.
Yeah, I know. I've been in some of your communities. I've been in the Lake Park, which we're going to actually have Claudia after you to be able to talk about that one.
Excellent.
But it is so. It is very, very nice to deal with a company like this. And I actually asked Debbie before we even got on the air. The people in the ads seem so happy. Is happiness very important there at SunCity? Do you see a lot of happy people?
Oh, yes, definitely. As I mentioned, a lot of people have dreamt of moving to Florida their entire lives, and being able to do that, coupled with finding a community with all the activities that SunCity offers, is really, they can't help but be happy. There are indoor and outdoor pools here. There are fitness and wellness centers. There are 6 golf courses. As we mentioned, tennis, pickleball. There's spas, fine dining. And there's over 100 clubs for different activities that they might want to take place in. A lot of people here have played sports in the past, but maybe they played tennis and they want to transition to pickleball, or they've always had a desire to do ceramics or something and just never had the ability to do that. And they can find all that here and try things that they've never been able to, they've never had a chance to do in their lifetime.
And actually, there's such easy access to I-75. Isn't that true that you can come down here to South Florida if you still have family here and still go up there and be there, in 3 hours?
Yeah, exactly. Not far at all.
Yeah, that's far to know, because there are a lot of people. I'm sure you're getting people from South Florida that just say, it's too much. The traffic, I don't want to live here anymore, right?
Right. We sure are.
That's really why I think
they're all coming over here now.
I know, that's true. Now where are they going to go after that? But no, but you have a lot of land. So now Minto has been there and they're just finalizing. When do you think it'll be finished at this point?
Well, we anticipate being sold out here in the next couple of months. We completely finished with the build out by the end of the year. So, as I mentioned, being the final phase, if someone's contemplating making a move here, they better touch base with us sooner rather than later. We do still have, surprisingly, even though we're at the end phase of building here, we still have some really nice lots available. So I had a lady come in the other day who really didn't think we'd have anything left that she would want to be on, and there were 5 different homes, and she couldn't decide between the 5. So there's some really nice views, some nice lots, and some nice floor plans that we still have.
And so now, do you build it for them? If they pick the lot, they buy the lot and then they decide about what the architecture should look like?
We have a couple of different options right now. They can either come and buy a move-in ready home that we've had our design coordinator put together and design a home for them. We have one home that's at drywall, so the buyer could still come in and choose all their own options, and that home could be ready in as little as 60 to 90 days. And then I have a few, maybe 4 or 5 lots left that they could pick the lot, pick the model, and build, and that would take 6 to 7 months.
Huh. And I don't know if we've ever talked about it. Do you allow dogs?
We sure do. We have up to 2
I was
pets
almost
here.
afraid to ask you because it's so important. I thought, what if you said no?
Yeah. Nope. There's a lot of dog lovers here. In fact, I always laugh as I'm leaving in the afternoon because there's a group that all walks their dogs together. It's kind of cute to see them all interact.
Right. No, it's
all
important.
the dogs, that is.
Everybody. That's right. Everybody loves their dogs, and it's a safe community to walk in. So you have bicycle paths, you have walking paths, and do people use golf carts there?
Oh yes, this is a golf cart community, and people always comment when they drive in, I can't believe you can drive golf carts around and do all your daily errands, and you certainly can. You can go just about everywhere you need to here, doctor's appointments, grocery stores. So a lot of people take advantage of that. And for that reason, a lot of people go from a 2-car family to a 1-car because they have the golf cart available to them as well.
That's very important that you just said that because a lot of people don't use 2-car. They don't need them. They need them maybe here in South Florida.
Right.
But they probably don't need them up there. Because you did say you have transportation if people want to get over to Tampa, or you're actually...
Yeah, if they could make an appointment, exactly, to have someone take them to an appointment and bring them back.
See, that's really
Which is nice
great.
for people that live alone.
Mm-hmm.
They have the ability, if they're ill or for whatever reason can't drive, they have the access to that.
And where is the closest hospital? I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh, we have one right here in SunCity. We have a hospital here that's I'm not sure when it was built, but it was newly renovated. They've added some more rooms and updated the facility. It's gorgeous. And then 6 miles north, there's also a brand new hospital that's been open about 2 years. So within a 10-minute drive, they have 2 hospital facilities available to them.
That's very important. I'm sure that's one of the questions that you get when people...
Absolutely.
And right.
How far to the hospital and how far to the airport? So
oh, right.
2 things that people want to know.
Okay, they're going to go out of Tampa, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's, depending upon time of day and everything, that's about a 30 to 35-minute drive from here. So
that's easy. I mean, listen, if people were living here in Fort Lauderdale and you ask them about going to the airport, they shake their head because not only, it's not the mileage, it's the traffic to get there.
Yes.
So that's terrific. And have you lived in that area for a long time?
I've lived in the Tampa Bay area for about 40 years. So I've been around
40 years?
Around for quite a while here. Yes.
You don't sound that old.
I was just a baby,
Yeah, right. Well, you chose a very good company to work for. I must say that
I certainly did.
Yeah,
I certainly did.
That's that. They are really, they're true to their word. Was there actually a Mr. Minto?
The Minto name derived with the Greenberg family owns the company, and it was 2 brothers that got together and started building in the Ottawa and Toronto areas, and then expanded into Florida about 40 years ago. Mm. So the Greenbergs are still very much involved in the running of the business, and it's a great company to work for. It's a great experience for our customers and for those of us that work for Minto as well.
What I like that
I have to say one of the things. Sorry?
Go ahead. No, please.
I was going to say, one of the things that that constantly surprises me when I talk to people coming in to discuss our homes is the standard features that we offer here in SunCity are well over and above what a lot of communities offer. We will give customers granite countertops, for example, throughout the home. They get 18-inch tile in the common areas, which most people are doing away with a lot of carpet now, so they like that idea. They're getting 10-foot ceilings, screen lanai, security system. They're getting pavers both in their driveway and lanai. So there's a lot of features that they might pay more for elsewhere that they're pleased to see are included here. And we're also, right now we have an incentive program that we're giving them $10,000 to spend towards upgrades. So it gives them the ability to get a nicely appointed home without having to spend a whole lot of money on upgrades.
It's overwhelming to hear this. Tell me how much do they have a choice of colors on the outside, or is it all? I mean,
the exterior colors are predetermined by the lot, but they have about a dozen different interior colors to choose from. So when it comes to the inside of their home, they can pick from a wide variety of options for flooring, cabinetry, countertops, and paint.
Mm-hmm. And your appliances I'm sure they're top of the line.
That we install all GE appliances, and everything comes with the home, including the washer and dryer.
That's nice. So they actually, when they're first purchasing, they then get to see if they want tile floors or certain kinds of carpeting. I mean, there's probably a room there where they get to make all their choices.
Right. We have a design center, and they're able to go in with our design coordinator and have an appointment and go through all the options and pricing. And it's really nice because based on her experience, she can help them pick things and make suggestions to kind of tweak the things that they've made or help someone to stay within a budget. Because a lot of people come in and say, well, I only have a certain amount of money to spend. Show me what I can get for this.
Exactly.
And she can help them with that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, my guest is Debbie Figlewski,
right?
Let's see, help me.
Figlewski.
Yeah, Figlewski. Sorry.
I've had that name for 2 weeks, and I'm getting a kick out of how people pronounce it.
Oh, you're a new bride.
I am. So
that's
it's fun to
great.
hear how people pronounce it.
That's right. That is great. So, but I just wanted to say that you certainly are enthusiastic about this whole thing, and you've been there for a long time, and I bet you've made friends with a lot of the residents.
Yes, I have. It's going to be tough when we sell out to not be able to see the people because our office now is located right in the community, so we see people on a daily basis that we sell to, and a lot of people, like we had somebody bring us over some cake the other day for Easter, so we
Right.
just thought that, just little things like that really, it's a feel-good kind of thing.
Well, if they weren't happy living there, they wouldn't do that. That's their way of thanking you and appreciation for guiding them there. And it's such a nice thing to think about. And so the community actually, when you say it's called Verona, but it's in SunCity Center.
Correct.
Right? That's how they say
it's an enclave. It's an enclave within SunCity.
Right, but we also say it's Tampa, Sarasota area. It's very important you realize this is not out in the boonies, folks. This is big time. And Tampa and, of course, Sarasota have great reputation. They're beautiful. They have theater. They have everything you could, museums. They have everything you could possibly want. And you still can get down to South Florida if you have family here. And now you get to have something brand new. There are a lot of people, this is funny, there are a lot of older folks who sell their home, and they don't want to go into someone else's home. They want it brand new. Do you notice that?
I do. Or sometimes it's that they've had a used home their whole life, and when they go to their forever hhome, they want something brand new.
Right. Isn't that true?
Yep.
They'll say, just like, I know when my mother went to a senior community to, one of their independent retirement communities, she said, and she was a fabulous cook, I don't want to cook anymore. That's it. I don't want to cook anymore. My mother is such a good cook. No, I don't want to go to the grocery store, and I don't want to cook. Let them do that for me.
There you go.
And
there
so
you go.
it's kind of like what you're getting there. Now someone at the age of 55 or 65 or 75, whatever age they are, they come into this brand new house and there are no marks anywhere and everything's easy to clean and it's just sparkling,
Right.
beautiful, and they got to choose certain things. You know, that must be the biggest thing in their life.
Yeah, and then making new friends, and seeing the kind of, this is their time in life to get out and enjoy, and then a lot of them will have family come visit them, and we're probably only about an hour and 10 minutes from Disney as well. So
we forgot to talk about that.
Yeah,
Huh.
between those two. They lure family down. Of course, when you move down
Right.
up north where it's snowing and you try to
Right.
get family to come down, it's usually they don't have to talk very hard to get that to happen.
That's a great thing. No, we missed that one. I just keep thinking of Tampa. You're right. You're so close to Disney. Well, this has been great, Debbie, and I wish you so much luck. And we're going to sell out Verona for you, and then we'll figure out where the next place is, because I know they'll never stop building. They're too good a company. So I want to thank you. Now, let me just give some numbers. If you're interested, please call 888-539-4044. Again, it's 888-539-4044. And you can then ask, of course, for Debbie, and just to make sure they know that you're interested in SunCity Center. And I thank you so much. Wait, let me give a website. It's mintousa.com. mintousa.com. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Well, thank you, Anita.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.